Hey guys. Okay, I'm live. Hey guys. So, as usual, the shenanigans. Hold on. Ooh, there we go. Wait, let me do this one. Booyah. Okay. Welcome to the margarita room, guys. It's Thursday. Hold on a second. Let me get my bomb and everything up. Happy Thursday, everyone. Listen, you know about the shenanigans, right? You know that behind the scenes there's like a lot of things going on. If you could see Tiny right now, I'll turn the camera in a second because he's frazzled. And so today is no other than, why not be frazzled on this beautiful Thursday? You know, sorry. I have a photographer here today. Joe, the photographer. Okay, anyway. Let me put up this disclaimer first. You guys know the deal. All right, so listen, this program, it's intended to be viewed by a mature adult audience, and it may be unsuitable for your kids who are under 17. Now, the views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the speakers and do not reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent, any law enforcement department or agency and or United States government, blah, 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 blah. This is for entertainment purposes only, okay? So there's a lot going on right now. It's Thursday. It's May 9th. What is it? The 19th, right? Tiny. Yeah. Tiny's upset, y'all. Tiny's upset. But it's okay because it's Thursday and we're going to make it through. So if you guys didn't know, right? So I told you guys last week that, first of all, do you like my hair? Joe, do you like my hair? No. No? Why not? Because I'm working. Joe does. Tiny, do you like my hair, Tiny? Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, so it's Thursday, May 19th. Are we still in Taurus season or have we shifted over to the worst season of it all, which would be Gemini season? And I actually think we're in Gemini season right now. Hold on, don't quote me, but let me just do a little Google schmoogle. Gemini season begins when? Okay, start date. Okay, scroll down, hold still, be quiet for a second is the first line of whatever the fuck I just read. What the hell? You see, in true Gemini fashion, I this is exactly what I type in and I can't find the start dates for fucking Gemini. May 20th. So that would be tomorrow. Happy upcoming birthday, Gemini. So since we're still in Taurus season, hey Taurus, if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. I think we're going to get into the horoscope. Should we get into the horoscopes, Tiny? Talk just a little bit longer. Yeah, because I want to get everything right. Oh, Tiny wants to get everything right for you guys. I can actually really appreciate that. So, last week, Tiny, we said that Mercury was in retrograde. And what has your experience been this week with Mercury being in retrograde? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna put my headphones on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they can they hear.
No, I can't. I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything?
I can hear Eminem though.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear Eminem. I love Eminem. Do you know I saw this? You guys can't hear the music because this is like a duality type thing. It's a radio show, and then I'm also on the internets, right? So anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm kind of popping. So, what was I saying? That oh yeah, so Mercury is in retrograde, and let me just explain exactly what that means and how to survive what is Mercury retrograde and how does this affect you? Okay, now this is according to Vogue, but this is also facts, right? I mean, obviously, it's in Vogue. So listen, the planet Mercury, right? It orbits the sun in 88 days, whereas the Earth takes 365 days, right? So planet Mercury orbits orbits the sun in 88 days, whereas the Earth does it in 365 days, which is 1 year, right? Given our vantage point on Earth, it creates an optical illusion that Mercury is moving backwards. Okay. The same way that a speeding car appears to be moving backwards when it passes you on the highway, right? You know how that is, right? So since Mercury does a lap around the sun faster than Earth, it can appear in retrograde several times a year. Right. So that's usually like 3 times a year we get hammered. But over here, okay, so it says here the first retrograde was January 14th through February 3rd, 2022. Can you go back in your mind that far? I can't. I mean, I'm sure I could if I tried. What were you doing in January, Tiny?
I was enjoying my birthday.
Oh, yes, you were.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
January is the Cap and Capricorn season.
Well, I'll tell you about that.
Listen, there's plenty of capping over here. So the second retrograde is this one that we're in right now. It's May 10th through June 3rd. This one for me has been exceptionally retrogrady and Mercury because a lot of shit's been going on with my electronics. Stuff now in the margarita room is kind of going a little nuts today with the electronics. So what does the passing of Mercury mean for you? Oh, so anyway, the third retrograde is going to be in September. So get ready. September 9th through October 2nd. Okay. That is a Libra season, actually. So get ready for that, Libras. And also Virgos. That's Virgo and Libra together. And then the fourth retrograde really going to kick us in the fucking pussy for the last time for 2022 is going to be December 29th, okay, through January 18, 2023. Okay, that's the last one. Hopefully it doesn't kick us too hard in the pussy, but you never know. So anyway, this means that when Mercury appears backwards in the orbit, it's said to be in retrograde, right? So going backwards is means retrograde. Mercury powers communications, and a retrograde has the potential for chaos in life. Okay. Now, as humans, we were born out of chaos, right? The Big Bang Theory, extinction, wars, all that shit, right? That's all chaos. And we live and we thrive in chaos every single day, right? And chaos not is gets a bad rep, I think. Okay, so I can hear myself now.
You can hear yourself.
Okay, yeah, I can. You know what I mean? I think chaos gets a bad rep, for always being bad. But chaos can be good. Let's actually look up the definition of chaos, right? Chaos. And so much so that this Mercury is in retrograde is that usually if you type in a word, it will come up with a definition immediately, but of course it's not. Okay, so anyway, so the definition of chaos, right? It's the behavior so unpredictable as to appear random, owing to great sensitivity to small changes in conditions, or the formless matter supposed to have existed before the creation of the universe. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? The formless matter supposed to have existed before the creation of the universe. Interesting. Anyway, so Mercury powers communications, and a retrograde has the potential for chaos in life. The changing astrological landscape and the resulting energy can affect your mental as well as your physical state. From getting weird urges, technology issues, or challenges while making decisions like your skin and diet. One is expected to have more or less in terms of energy and mood. Either you'll feel super energetic and creative, like you want to dance all day, or you'll feel completely lethargic, chaotic, unconfused, or anxious. I, on one hand, are neither. I'm like a happy medium. What about you, Tiny?
At this point,
at this very moment. I didn't even send you the link so you can get on. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not in a good moment.
Right? So you're the latter.
Right.
You're the latter. You're feeling completely lethargic, chaotic, unfocused, or anxious. Well, I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. I'm really sorry about that. But it's going to get better. Promise. So listen. However, listen, that there's more to Mercury's backpedaling than just sticky communication. When Mercury is on its backwards journey, it offers the chance to get things done with greater care and mindfulness, to negate any room for error, right? So basically, they're saying since we know that shit fucks up during Mercury's retrograde, we should be extra careful, okay, and mindful to correct ahead of time some of the mistakes that we would usually make, right? So kind of like think before you speak type of thing. Retrograde periods are the time to reflect and reevaluate the situation. Okay? Like I said, think before you speak, right? So since we know that Mercury is in retrograde, we should take that extra second to really be thoughtful and mindful of yourself and of those around you. Now, listen, it's about taking the time. Look at that. I'm saying this before I even read it. It's about taking the time to look around and analyze what needs to be done while being careful with ego trips and temper tantrums, right? That's exactly what I was just saying. Just taking that extra beat. So, how to survive this second Mercury retrograde of 2022, which is the one that we're in right now. If you're looking to make it through the coming weeks unscathed, the Mumbai-based astrologer, which is the woman whose article I was just reading right now, her name, and she's rather beautiful, is Hasina Khatib. Okay, Hasina Khatib, writing for Vogue. Anyway, the Mumbai-based astrologer has drawn up a handy guide for balancing all aspects of life. Okay, so in the workplace, right? Offices are often considered as a mix of different energies, such as pressure, jealousy, competition during this period, right? So we already know that in the office, right, that there is all of these things. I've worked in the corporate space before, and even not in the corporate space, there's competition, right? So during this period, though, it's going to be extra sticky. So it is essential that you take the time to collect your thoughts and decide what you want to say as opposed to speaking first and regretting later. Booyah! Didn't I just say that? Didn't I literally just say that 2 seconds ago? Okay, so listen, when signing a contract, make sure you read slowly. Take your time and go through it twice, okay? The same rule applies to all forms of communication. Proofread everything and double check every text. Think and choose your words carefully before making any significant decisions, y'all, okay? Also, back up your data in case of any emergency or loss and plan alternatives for mishaps. You get it, Tiny?
I get it.
Listen, we have to understand that we are just beings made of matter, right? And the earth, the wind, the sky, the stars, everything is all connected. We are all connected. So this shit is true. Our bodies are made of what? What, 98% of water? Tiny?
Yes.
Okay. Tiny's just agreeing with me. Yeah. So, I mean, so if our bodies are made of 98% water
2% pork.
and the moon affects the water, the tide, right? There's high tide and then there's low tide. That all has to do with the moon and everything. So if that, right, the whole seas around the world are affected by the moon, why wouldn't we be affected by the moon? And we're made up of 90% water, 98% water, right? So y'all got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Y'all got to pay attention. Okay. Are we there?
Halfway.
Y'all, Tiny is going through it, but it's okay. So right now I can hear my horoscope music in my headphones. You guys can't hear it, but
They can't hear it?
no, well, see, I'm not connected through
Alright.
through here yet. I'm just here in my margarita room
Okay.
on my laptop. Hey everyone who's watching. So listen, we're having some mishaps today, per usual. And it's all good. So we're just going to keep it moving through. So listen, so right now we're talking about chaos in the workplace. So listen, think and choose your words carefully before making any significant decisions, okay? Also back up your data in case of any, I said that already. Listen, when it comes to your relationships, presta atención, okay? That means pay attention. During Mercury retrograde, don't let poor communications mess with your romantic relationships, y'all. Family dynamics and emotions. Well, that's kind of hard, right? Stay calm and give some space to your partner. In challenging moments, keep the faith and re-examine your partner's actions because things aren't exactly as they appear. Y'all, you need to listen to the fucking stars. Now listen, but don't take it personally. Mercury retrograde is also the perfect period for reflecting on your love life. So if you have lost love or have been pining for someone, go ahead and find them because this could be your time to get them back. Booyah. Self-care, the most important, right? This is how we survive during Mercury retrograde, doing self-care. Since this is the period of chaos, remember we just spoke about chaos. It could be good, it could be bad, okay? Just chill. It can help to practice self-care by taking care of our skin and focusing on routines that relax the senses. I can relate to this, right? So 2021 was really fucked up for me, but I made it through, right? But my skin was doing and still is doing some really funky things, right? And my whole life, I've had really pretty great skin, I think, until last year. And then bam, breakouts, dark marks. So now I started a skincare routine. It's a Black-owned skincare company. It's called Rosen, Rosen. Rosen. Yeah, Rosen. Rosen Skincare. You can find her in Target, and she's also got her website, Black owned, female owned. And I mean, since I've been on this routine every day, every night, my skin's been improving. The dark marks have been lightening. So it's really important to practice self care, right? Allow yourself to take a break and breathe in some fresh air. I've been doing that too, guys. Listen, go out on your balcony, go out on your fire escape, go outside, sit in a park, go out on your lunch break, whatever, right? Just take in some fresh air, enjoy that vitamin D from the sun. It's so important and it'll energize you and it'll make you feel so much better. I promise. I do this all the time. It also helps to do a few minutes of exercise every few hours. Now, listen, I know that sounds kind of crazy, but every few hours, right, you could do like some leg lifts or I don't know. Joe, what would you do every few hours for exercise?
Push-ups or squats.
Push push-ups or squats. What about you, Tiny? What would you do every few hours?
I need to do some push-ups and squats.
Tiny says he needs to do some push-ups and squats. Tiny, do you know? Tiny, do you know that I've been in the gym, Tiny?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tiny, do you know that I've been in the gym, Tiny?
I see it every week.
Okay, do you see this definition right here, Tiny?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I climbed a rock wall last week, Tiny? All by myself. Y'all, your girl climbed a rock wall by herself. And you guys know, if you don't know, I'll tell you. My spine was fused December 2020. I've had 5 knee surgeries, all on this one knee right here. I was on painkillers, and now I'm off the painkillers. Thank you. Shout out to Prodigy checking in.
Okay, I'm backstage.
You're backstage?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, let me send you the link. So anyway, what was I saying?
I was on the wrong one the whole time.
No, did I send you a link?
You look like you did.
I'll send you a link now. You guys know about the shenanigans backstage. So, you know, I send Tiny every week a link of you know, how to join in with the shenanigans. And I didn't send it to him this time. And you know, I apologize, and I'm gonna send it to you right now so that people can see you on this screen, so you can join in with the Margarita Room crew. So, what was I saying? So you said you would do some sit-ups or some push-ups. Or, oh yeah, I was doing the rock wall. I was on the rock wall. I took one look at it. It took one look at me. And I said, you and me, we're going to do this. Right? Then all of a sudden, and I climbed her.
Did you ever try to climb a rock wall before?
I've never, ever tried to climb a rock wall before. I have climbed walls and fences before, flat ones or chain link fences, but I have never climbed a rock wall before. And your girl, oh wait, let me add him to the stream. There he is.
What's going on, people? You gotta excuse the look like me, but I am heated. I'm gonna make it through the night.
So What's up with this over here? So that the people can actually hear you, because the people can't hear you because your mic is we're not on the radio. Yeah. So if you have headphones, you want to plug yourself in so you can unmute yourself.
How about that right now?
Okay.
Is it an echo? Is it an echo?
Can you say something?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you guys in the chat that are watching, can you give me a thumbs up if you hear like some if everything's okay?
Yeah, if y'all hear crazy feedback.
So anyway, Tiny's on here, and so thank you, Tiny, for being here.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, so listen, back to Mercury retrograde and how to really, not get kicked in the pussy with it. They're saying to practice self-care, right? So exercise every few hours. So every few hours, set your alarm. Set your alarm. I set my alarm for many things every day. I set my alarm for 11:11 a.m., 11:11 p.m. every day. That's when I'm manifesting money.
Okay.
Okay, I told you all about that 2 weeks ago when we had my homegrown on, the scientist.
Yeah.
You were here that week.
Yeah.
Tiny missed class that week, y'all. But so I set my alarm for 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. so that I can manifest money. And it doesn't, I know we talk about playing the song and dancing around, but it doesn't have to be exactly that all the time, right? Because sometimes at 11:11, I'm busy and I can't, right? Or I'm in bed or whatever. So that's what I set my alarm for. So practice a routine, basically. Self-care, okay? Practicing a routine to improve yourself is self-care and self-love, y'all. Okay, so listen, you can also look to crystals for navigating this tricky transit time in astrology, which I also have, duh. So aquamarine, that's the kind of stone. Aquamarine, it helps in providing intellectual and emotional stability and boosts your connection with your higher self. It creates a protection layer around your energy field. Okay, we want to protect our energy field. We want to protect our energy at all times. So aquamarine, one crystal. Another one, blue lace agate. I don't know if you say it agate or well, I guess it would be agate. Blue lace agate, agate, agate. It's a gentle stone that gives grace and peace. It helps when things feel dark and twisted by allowing you to release fear, anger, and burdens. Okay, we want to release our fear, our anger, and our burdens. Ooh, how hard is that? Generational curses. You're angry because you got to get up and work today because you're not a trust fund baby. That's like real. That's real life.
Real life.
That's real life. So we got to let go of it, right? Rose quartz. Love rose quartz. I've got a whole thing of rose quartz on my altar. Okay, so rose quartz helps achieve a new level in your current love life, or offers a sign if you need to leave your partner, as this stone is full of unconditional love. It opens you to all types of connections with family, friends, and other things on earth. Love rose quartz. Turquoise. I also love turquoise. Do you like turquoise, Tiny?
Yes, I do.
Do you own any crystals?
Oh, no, I don't.
No sapphires. What about diamonds?
Nah, no diamonds.
No diamonds. Okay.
No,
diamond is a crystal, right?
Yeah, I had a diamond before, like diamond watch before.
Okay, so you've owned crystals before.
I'm just not like how they would say it. I'm just not into jewelry or anything like that.
Okay. So listen, so turquoise, it helps you speak the truth. Okay. When you fear communicating, it gives you the strength and courage that you need to speak what you need to. Okay. Now this word is really hard, so I'm just going to try to say it. Criscola. Criscola. So that's CHRYSOCOLLA. Criscola. Okay, so it's an ideal stone for balancing your emotions and healing your mood during this period of upheaval. So there you go. Those are the 4 stones or 5 stones that y'all should get through this period, because we still have a couple more weeks. June 3rd is the last day of Mercury retrograde. So you need to get aquamarine, blue lace agate, rose quartz, one of my faves, turquoise, also one of my faves, and chrysola. Remember, self-care. Take a little extra time before you speak your shit. And that's it. So let's go into the horoscopes.
Let's go.
Wasn't that fun that we just went through that whole thing before even getting into the horoscopes?
Yeah.
We just laid the groundwork for you guys so you understand what Mercury retrograde means. It's a time of chaos. So just chill and just know how to act accordingly. Just take an extra beat, because shit is fucked up out there. And, we've got 2 more times this year to get kicked in the pussy by this thing. So just chill out. Hey, Aries. Restriction might be weighing heavily on you today, Aries. Perhaps you're being reminded that there are some important details that you need to take care of. Perhaps you need to adopt a more disciplined approach in your life. Is it time for some restructuring? Don't be afraid of change, and don't let feelings of responsibility hold you down. This is an important time in which you can hit it big.
I'm lost right there.
You're lost?
Yeah, I'm lost right there.
Tiny's lost. Tiny's never really lost.
That's true. But I'm lost right now.
All right, so Prodigy says that there was a slight echo.
There was a
All right.
what?
A slight echo.
Oh, a slight echo. How is it now?
From the goat.
How is it now?
How is it now? Hey, Taurus.
What's up, Taurus?
So listen, try not to worry too much today, Taurus. Take care of details and work to get things accomplished. Check things off your list, and you'll feel much better about yourself and the direction you're headed. Keep your eyes open and try not to have tunnel vision on every issue. Give people the benefit of the doubt instead of the third degree. Concentrate on what you need to do.
Yeah.
Isn't it so difficult sometimes
Yeah.
to stay focused?
It is, especially when you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah. But it's possible. But it's possible to focus.
Right.
So Taurus, focus. Okay? That's it. So tomorrow we enter into the ancient Gemini season.
She really don't like this.
Hey, y'all. Yeah.
Let's go.
So Gemini, since tomorrow's your season, the aspects of your life that you've neglected lately might haunt you on a day like today, Gemini. Make sure you're keeping up with all your responsibilities. Things may come to a dramatic climax at this time, and you could find yourself at an important crossroads. Nervous energy could cause you to run around frantically in search of the right path. Don't let indecision keep you from getting where you need to go.
Deep.
Mad deep, right? Mad deep.
Gemini.
Mad deep.
What it just basically said,
Mm-hmm.
what you put out there in the atmosphere is going to come back to you today, which is called karma. So y'all know y'all did some dirt out there, and y'all didn't get anything situated or straight. Stay in the house, because it's coming back and hit you today. Some of y'all like, man, right now, oh shit. Karma is that bitch just knocking at your door. That's exactly what he said.
Yikes. Well, okay, Tiny. Way to make the people worried.
Oh, you're a Gemini and you did something dirty.
Right.
So this,
And knowing y'all Geminis, knowing y'all Geminis, especially y'all May Geminis, you're the fucking worst. You're the worst. But you can get better. You can change. That is the beautiful thing, right, Tiny?
absolutely.
People can change.
I be a comment to bit you in that.
After your karma bit you in the ass.
Right. See, karma got a funny way of coming back on you.
Sure
It like
does.
to come and hit you when everything is going just right.
Mhm.
So you can really feel what it feels like what you dished out.
Right.
So, hey,
Hey,
have a good day, Gemini.
have a great day, Gemini. Hey, Cancer.
What up, Chuck?
So you guys know that my nephew Logan, he's a Cancer, and you guys know my dad's a Cancer. Anyway, so I saw Logan. You are? Oh, Joe's mom is a Cancer.
That's what he said.
So anyway, so I saw my nephew over the weekend, and he is just growing so big. You know, he's going to be 3 in July, and just having conversations with him, and literally, I am having conversations with the 3-year-olds about colors and about shapes and about my dogs and about the park, about running laps around the park. I mean, he is just so intellectual at 2.5. I just love him so much. So, hey, Logie. So, Cancer, listen, you might find it easier to connect with others at this time. It would behoove you, though, to reconnect with friends or family members you may have lost touch with. Their energy can bring an entirely different perspective to your life, which could surprise you with its richness. The aspects are also good for meeting new people. So listen, don't hesitate to get out there and mix and mingle.
Facts. Facts.
Mix and mingle. We need to do that. Since COVID, not for nothing, shit's been fucked up out here in these streets. People have new levels of anxiety.
You got people that stayed away from family members for whatever reason that they got or they have. They're like, yo, I don't F with them. They don't F with me.
Right.
But you're still off them.
Right.
You never know, man. They might have changed a little bit. They might have grown a little bit. And then you might can reconnect and then things just might happen. That goes both your way.
Well, it also says family and friends, right? So we want to make reconnections all the way around. All the way around. I don't like putting that absolute on things that just because you're family that you have to be connected. To me, that's abusive. Abusive because what if one of your family members abused you, right? So what? So just because we're family, we have to stay connected. So that's what I mean. You know, the fact that just because you're family, you should be connected forever. I don't agree with that.
Well, because you had any person, whether they're family or not, that did you harm. I'm not saying reconnect with them. Not at all.
Right. But we're talking specifically about family, and you asked just for an explanation,
Right.
so I just gave. So, Cancer, get out there and mix and mingle, okay? We know that you like to stay in your crab hermit shell, but get out there, right?
Right.
Hey, Leo. You will find that a disciplined action, okay, that disciplined actions are the best way to go about your day today, Leo. Stay focused on your path. You can accomplish many tasks at the same time if you play your cards right. Didn't we just say that? It's been done. Just do shit the right way and you could do multiple things at the same time.
Absolutely.
Sorry, y'all.
She's getting carried away.
I did. I got a little carried away. I got very excited. So listen, try not to get bogged down with the details. People might cause you to worry too much. Don't let their energy get in the way of your progress. Block the haters, y'all. Right or wrong,
Absolutely.
right?
Block them haters.
Block them.
Well,
Block them.
I wouldn't even say block them.
Slot them out the way.
I wouldn't even say block the haters.
Slot them out. Boom, boom.
But the truth be told, if you wasn't doing something right, you wouldn't have haters.
People hate on people for the wrong reasons. When you're doing shit right and when you're doing shit wrong.
Absolutely.
All the time.
So that means if you got a lot of haters, you must be doing something right. Keep on doing what you're doing. Shut them haters down. You don't got to block them. All you got to do is keep on doing good, and you're going to hurt them haters anyway.
I'm all for a block. There's nothing more powerful than a block, especially when you keep them their asses blocked. Literally and figuratively, right? Right?
If you say so. I
You don't
like
agree?
I like to keep moving. I like to see. I like
Have you
to.
ever blocked anyone?
No,
Never.
no.
Never?
Okay. Okay. He was gay. He was trying to make advances to me or something like that online or something. Now,
And you hear words of I'm not.
huh?
So words of like saying I'm not interested.
I didn't say nothing of that. I just
Oh,
blocked
you
him.
just blocked them.
Hell yeah, I
Got it.
blocked him.
Okay. I'm also for that as well. If someone
Well,
contacts
but-
you that you don't want them to contact, to
Oh,
block them
no,
off the bat like
I
that.
blocked him. I didn't relay no message, no
Okay,
nothing.
well,
I
okay.
just
Well,
blocked him.
for whatever
I-
reason
I
you
mean,
blocked him,
Yeah,
he was blocked.
right.
So you have. So block is
Yeah, but
applicable
that was the only reason I blocked somebody because of that.
because they made a pass at you.
Right, I don't go that way.
Right, I
All right.
understand.
So I blocked him. I didn't say nothing derogatory, nothing like that. It didn't even. It wasn't worth my energy. Oh, what? Block. I'm still trying to figure out how he became a friend. I'm still trying to figure that.
Blizzard. Hey, Virgo.
Shout out to Mama. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So listen, decisions will be even more difficult to make than usual today, Virgo.
What up, buddy?
Remember, Mercury is in retrograde. You don't want to make any big decisions, right? Just
don't.
yet. On the one hand, you may feel a need to stabilize, while on the other hand, find that your energy is raging in a million different directions as you want to seek new experiences and social interactions with others. Try to adopt a plan that combines both of these energies. It's possible. Nervous energy will keep you moving.
It keeps you on your toes. Yes, it
And
does.
what is the moral of the story? It's possible. You can do two things at the same time successfully. You could do multiple things at the same time successfully. You just got to focus, right? So you can be, and then you can be, a healthy mix is always good. So keep moving forward, Virgo. Super proud of you guys. Hey, Libra.
Wow, that's been a long time.
So listen, there's a solid grounding to the day that might have you feeling less than energetic about getting the ball rolling, Libra. Don't be surprised. if there's a sense of restriction and duty weighing you down. Times of rest and reflection are very important in the natural cycle. Don't think you always need to be on the go in order to make progress. Put your warring nature aside today and rest. Warring.
Yeah, that means they're ready to go for war at any time.
Yeah.
If a government does.
Warring. I mean, that's like the that's of two or more people or groups in conflict with each other.
So put that to the side.
Put your warring to the side, your warring nature aside. Ooh, warring nature. All right. Now, of course, to the best side. Fucking hell. It's not so I say. It's the actual and factual truth.
Hold on, man. We got a Joe in the
What sign
building.
is that?
She's saying it's Scorpio sign.
I didn't even say it yet. That's the funny thing. I didn't.
Oh, that's
Is
your sign too?
Scorpio.
Oh, man. I'm getting ready to ask you what's Joe's sign. He's up in the
I
building.
don't.
And it is. He's a Scorpio.
You see what I'm saying?
Like I said. So when she reads this
You're a
Scorpio,
hater, first of all.
when she reads this horoscope, let us know if it's on point. Because 10 out of 10, anytime she reads these horoscopes in somebody's head, is always on point. All right, let's see what happens.
All right, Joe. Well, you and I are the same sign. When is your birthday? Because mine is November 2nd. Are you kidding me? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Anyway, things will go more and more in your favor over the next 4 weeks, Scorpio. Although today you might find that they're slow to get moving.
Wow.
Ain't that the truth? It could be that there is a bit of stress on your body and that you aren't feeling very motivated to get up and go. Don't worry about it. This feeling will soon pass and you'll feel like your old self in no time. Oh, please. Because was this accurate for you today, Joe? No, it wasn't. Anyway, I'm the real Scorpio. I don't know what sign he is, but he ain't no Scorpio. He ain't no Scorpio. He ain't a Scorpio. I don't know what you is, but anyway, this is extremely accurate for me because today I took a nap, and I haven't taken a nap in a while. Usually I'm the queen of naps. Usually. But for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been. I've been feeling very energetic and just go, go, go. But today, I slept a little late, and then I took a nap. And I got up a little later than I should have after my nap. And I got down to my margarita room a little late. So, I did feel a little bit of stress, and my head hurts a little bit. So, luckily, this is going to soon pass. We're going to shake it off, right? Woo! Shake it off.
Shake it off.
I shook it off.
Okay, then we good. Then. We good to
Shake
go.
this headache off yet because it's right here. It's right here. Hey, Sag. My best friend's a Sag. Hey, Bryn.
Bryn, what's going on?
I love that you know my BFF name. And it's not Brenda.
No.
And it's not Brenda.
So what is it?
It's Brent. Thank you. Thank you. Another guy that when you heard Brent,
Wait,
you thought it was short for Brenda, right?
When you heard Bryn, you thought it was short for Brenda?
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm. Every
You
guy that came,
sound
yo,
ridiculous.
every I don't know what she was. Yeah,
Brenda? Brenda.
Brent is short for Brenda.
Brenda. Bryn. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
I don't know why you don't understand it.
I
It's
don't.
simple. It's so simple. Instead of
Oh,
somebody saying the whole name Brenda,
okay,
they're going Brent.
no, no. I'm gonna put this up on the screen for y'all.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter how you spell it.
RYNN. Okay. This is the name of my best friend, the name that I say every week. Okay.
Brent.
Bryn. Okay.
And
Somehow, some way, Tiny
not just Tiny. And about
thought,
1,000, 100,000 of
I don't
others
know, 100,000 other fellas, but Tiny heard or thought Bryn
was
meant
short for Brenda.
Brenda.
Yo, yes, let's do it. Let's make it. Yeah, let's make a survey.
How do you, if I tell you Bryn is the name, how do you think Brenda?
First of
You
all,
see it on the screen, right?
the same way my name is Joe, for Joseph. Absolutely.
Yeah, but we all know that Joe is Joseph. Bryn is not Brenda, though.
Thank you.
Okay, well, if you assume that,
It's not
then
assumed. It's not assumed.
he said assumed that, and you know what people say about when you assume things,
We
right?
didn't assume.
You did
Oh,
assume.
we did.
You assumed that her full name was Brenda when I told you that her full name was Bryn.
You never told me that. Listen, let me tell you how she used to do it when we first met. Right? She would get on.
No.
She would get on and holler out, "What's up, Bryn? Right? How you doing, Bryn?" Never before I said, well, I thought her name was Brenda, that she actually said, Bryn is her name, not short for Brenda. She never told me till after I said
Well, how
Brenda.
did you think otherwise that it wasn't her full name? If I say her name is Bryn,
Right. And I said, hi, Brenda. She said, no, her name is not Brenda, it's Bryn. Right? Thank you.
you guys are, that just goes to show how stupid you guys are that when you guys stick together.
Oh, that just
And
shows how
that's-
naive that y'all women can be.
Oh,
Thinking
Lord.
that, especially Bryn, is not short for
Anyway,
Brenda.
so just so that you all know, Bryn does not equal Brenda. Okay? So if
I wanna
someone
take a
tells you that
survey.
their name is Bryn, don't think that their name is Brenda. Okay? It's Bryn. Hey, Sag.
So if their name was Lynn, you wouldn't think that their name was short for Linda?
No. If someone says my name is Lynn, then I'm going to say, hi, Lynn.
Bill, short for Billy.
Hi, Bill. I'm not going to,
Bill,
that's,
short for Billy. Or Bill, short for William. You do know Bill is the short name for William, right? You do know that, right?
what does that have to do with her name being Bryn? I don't understand.
I'm breaking
I
it
don't
down.
understand.
I'm breaking down. There's
We're gonna
people that
move
do
along.
short names and
We're
stuff
gonna
like
move
that.
along.
You know that, right?
Discipline and a sense of duty have been major themes for you lately, Sagittarius. Ooh. It might seem like someone has put the brakes on a current plan of yours. Try not to see this as negative. Okay. In reality, this is an important time for you to slow down and plan. Be aware of the passage of time and consider using this period to organize your scattered energy. Okay. This is a good time to focus and streamline your life. I love that.
I do too. You
Because
also know Chuck is short for Charles too, right?
boy,
You done started something. I gotta finish.
I didn't start anything. All I know is that Bryn does not equal Brenda.
Oh, shout out to Brent.
Thank you.
Right, shout out to Brent.
Thank you. Oof. Okay.
You know I can go on.
Just want to get
You know I can go
Brenda.
on.
Look. Brenda does not equal Bryn.
We're gonna take a survey.
And Bryn does not equal Brenda.
We're gonna take a survey. All right.
Moving along
Let's
to
go.
the most
Number one sign. The number one
Capricorn
sign
sign.
has no capping in it.
That would be Tiny sign.
The cap in Capricorn stands for
The-
capping.
The
That we
cap
run
in
things.
Capricorn
Get that straight.
starts
Let's go.
capping on your ass, okay? All day, every day, okay? That's what cap stands for in Capricorn.
Understand,
Okay.
Capricorn is the unicorn because it's the one of its own. It stands by itself. Let's get that straight.
The cap That's mad funny. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Your ego
Mm-hmm.
and physical vitality should experience a boost today, Capricorn.
Oh, word. Let's go.
Try to hone in on this solid, grounding energy that's encouraging you to come to terms with your emotions. Be aware of the fact that your often gloomy attitude may be starting to weigh heavily on the ones you love. Be careful that you aren't hurting someone just because you know that they'll forgive you. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Do you want to explain yourself?
No, because that ain't happening. And that's the one time where it's not on point.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Y'all,
Nobody gave me no boost to boost up my ego today.
wait. What did you just say? What did
They
you say?
said, and now nobody today gave me a boost to boost up my ego today. Nobody gave me like a compliment or anything like that to boost up my ego. That didn't happen today.
I didn't necessarily say that someone will boost your
Okay.
ego.
And then the gloomy part about my gloomy attitude would affect my. No, that's not happening.
You know that when something happens like today, right?
Yeah.
Going back and forth. Woo. That's what probably gave me a headache.
That gave you a headache?
That probably gave me a headache.
Oh, I gave you a headache now?
I'm just saying.
Do you want
That energy.
Do you want to ask how my day went?
Well, I did. I asked you. I said, do you have an explanation?
Yes.
So now you have an explanation. Before you said no, because none of this is happening.
No, it's not. I don't know about this gloomy part on you. I mean, I didn't know it was affecting
You're the
you.
Capricorn. That was just gloomy. So I'm just saying. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, let's get to it. First off, I'm gonna say this. I'm quite upset.
Tell us, Tiny.
Sunday,
Why,
my
man?
son went to the movies. Oh, for all y'all who don't know, he's 19. He went to the movie. He went to a carnival. Hung out with a girl that picked him up in the car. They went to the mall, whatever. Everything was fine to the middle of the night. And he woke up that morning. He had the shakes, he had the shiver, and he wasn't feeling good. So I called out sick. That was a Monday. We take him to urgent care. Urgent care said he got a virus infection. Tested negative for COVID and all that other stuff. Okay, cool. Got that, went home. Made sure we took him to the primary doctor the next day. Told him he got to stay out, whatever, for a couple of days, and he went to school today. School called me at my job, told me he had to be admitted to the hospital. Turns out that he got pneumonia in his left lung from a bacteria infection.
I am so sorry.
Yeah, we could. So, he was in the hospital. I just left the hospital, came here. So when I get here,
At hospital.
right.
And in my head, that didn't make sense to me because you never say I just came from the hospital. I know you don't work at a hospital.
Right.
And I heard it and it
Right.
didn't. Yeah.
So
okay.
now, leaving from there, coming to here to all this crazy malfunction thing that's going on right now, it just added on to my thing. So now I'm trying to fight through this BS to give you my best show because the show must still goes on. And I got to respect you as the professional person you are and stay professional. So I do apologize for my gloomy attitude giving you a headache.
Tiny.
It's all love. It's all love.
It is all love, and it's a-okay. I'm just glad that you released that and you told us what's going on so that we can lift you up and support you and your son. So from me, I just want to say I'm sending you and your son light, love, energy, and I hope you do this really, really, really soon.
Now here's the crazy part, right? They was keeping him overnight.
They should.
Keeping him overnight. The only reason he was there since 8 o'clock up until 5 without getting into a room because there's 30 other people that got the same kind of thing he got.
Hang on a second. So you're saying that
the hospital was full of the emergency
hospital was this?
LIJ.
Long Island Jewish.
That's right, LIJ. And there were 30 other people.
30 other people.
With the same thing that he's going through.
With the same viral infection.
What I don't know if it's
whatever viral.
Whatever
they said it was a viral.
Right, they said it was a viral infection. But my whole point is this: be careful out there, people, because now I'm trying to backtrack to where he went, to where he possibly could have went with no mask and got sick. But they said he tested negative with COVID and all that other stuff, the flu, whatever. Now this is something different. But 30 other people with the same thing. Yeah, so
30 people with the same thing.
With the same exact symptoms, same thing in the emergency room. The bed is too full. They gotta wait till somebody come out for him to get a room. So absolutely, there's no name.
So basically, protect yourselves.
Absolutely, all the time.
I'm sending love and light to and well wishes to your son, healing to your son. But thank you for sharing that with us. So then your horoscope is a little accurate today, and it's okay because it's gonna look up.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Aquarius.
What's up, Aquarius?
So listen, it might be hard to find the exact direction you're looking for today, Aquarius. It could be that there's a strong force urging you to slow down and be more practical with your energy. This may not be the advice you want to hear, but it probably is the advice you need to follow. Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Remember that the world doesn't revolve around you, regardless of how much you like to think it does. Yikes, that was a little to the point.
Sometimes that's how you got to give it to the people. Straight to the point.
The world doesn't revolve around you, regardless of how much you might like to think it does. Ooh. Mm-hmm. They needed to add a boo-boo to that. Remember that the world doesn't revolve around you, boo-boo. Imagine. Let me get in there and put ad-libs onto these horrors. Well, I do. I guess I do, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. last but not least,
That's what the sign is today too. It's a Pisces.
the Weepy Pisces. Is it a Weepy Pisces day?
I don't know. We're gonna
I don't
find out.
know.
He's not weeping around. He's handling it like a champ. Real nice.
Your son's a Pisces?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. So the Pisces sun, this goes out to you. And so he got a bed? He got a bed?
Yeah, he told me
He
what
finally
room
got
he's in too. Yeah, so he just texted me to let me know what room he's in. Finally got him.
Okay. Shout out to all the nurses, the doctors, the everyone, all the medical staff that makes a hospital run, right? From janitors to the food staff, everyone. So shout out to y'all.
I leave here and going back there.
Okay. So listen, Pisces, just when you're feeling good and solid in your plan, Pisces, something or someone may step in to rain on your parade.
Wow.
You could get the feeling today that you're taking a step forward and 2 steps back. Perhaps there's a feeling of doubt creeping into the picture. Try not to let these nagging, restrictive energies hold you back. Be confident about your abilities.
I believe that's right on point.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely on point.
Yeah. Wow. I can't believe he's in the hospital.
They kept him.
Tiny.
You know what else made me upset too? Because I took him to urgent care Monday.
Right.
Took him
to
to primary doctor Tuesday. And then it had me to take him to the emergency room to admit him in the hospital because he got pneumonia. Like, what did the other
How
two
old
doctors?
is he?
19.
19.
What did the other 2 doctors do? What did they do? Like, how come they didn't come up with this sooner? Just in case anything could.
That was Monday, and today's Thursday.
Right.
Lots of shit happens in 4
Real
days.
quick.
Real quick. Real quick. Real quick.
The way those
Real
people was,
fucking quick.
the way those people was in there, yeah, it was bad. Because some people got it worse than others. Some people, he only got it in the left one. Pneumonia, like in the left one.
That's right. Pneumonia affects the lungs, right?
Right. So, talking about
Okay.
his back was hurting.
All right. Oh, he said his back hurts.
Everything.
Tito. All right. Well, listen. We're sending prayers to him.
All right.
I'm
So
sending
good.
prayers to him. And light. All right, y'all. So let's get to these lotto numbers. Do you know that last week we didn't even get the lotto numbers when Unique was here?
Yeah.
Guys,
Shout out to Unique.
shout out to DJ Unique.
Great show. That was a great show.
That was an amazing show. If you guys didn't, then go back and watch it. DJ Unique is a wildly famous producer and DJ. He produces hit records for people like The Locks, Troy Ave,
MOP.
Mano, Dream Doll, French Montana.
He produced Mano's first hit too.
He produced Mano's first hit, High Hater. Y'all know High Hater. Let me pull High Hater up on the music right here. Because we gotta give props where props is due. That was a major. Here we go. Are we hearing it? Are we hearing High Hater? Okay. This is High Hater.
Yep, that's it.
Hold on. You know that he said when he was producing that record, that scratch on the record. Hold on, I'm gonna play it back for you guys. And I do hear a slight echo. Listen for the scratch. Anyway, so he said he produced that record, and that was a wildly famous hit for Mano. That was Mano's first hit. So he said he did that beat in one day and did it on like a, what was it called?
It's on one turntable and an MP.
Right, on one turntable and an MP, whatever that means. But that's how he made that background scratch move. Isn't that amazing when you learn about the behind the scenes story of a song? So yeah, so go back and listen or watch a Unique interview. He's amazing. Why are we talking about Unique?
Because you mentioned him.
Okay. Oh, because we didn't even finish the horoscope class because we were having so much fun and conversation with Unique. So shout out to DJ Unique, and we're gonna get to the lotto numbers this week. Have you played lotto?
Yes, I did.
When did you play?
I played Tuesday, but I only played the mega. I didn't even play the 4 numbers.
Okay. So listen, y'all. So the midday number for today, Thursday, the 19th of May, was 369. 369.
Wow.
Does that mean anything to you?
No, just that they are all multiples of 3.
They are. They are definitely multiples of 3. The number for last night, Wednesday, the 18th of May, was 489. Does that mean anything to you?
Nope, except for 489.
Joe, does that mean anything to you? Okay. Let's move along to the, what do we do now? The win for? The win for number for today, the midday number, is 3671. 3671.
3671. No, not it.
71.
You know what? That's a good thing. I like when any of the numbers come out, just not familiarized with them.
Right. Because then you would be pissed off.
That I didn't play. Now, if a number came out and I was like, wow, I'll be pissed because I know I lost out on a lot of money.
Right. But you know, like my dad says, it's better to be pissed off than pissed on. So I mean, it's all relative. That's such a great thing. So listen, the evening number for last night was 2942.
2942.
2942.
What's going
Seals
on?
is in the building. Seals are great. How are you? Peace and love. So that's it. That's what I got for you today, y'all. I got your numbers. I got your horoscopes. And that's really it. So as y'all know, we're supposed to have a guest today, Set Trip and Nails. Shit happens, right? So we got to reschedule it. And that's a good thing.
What was the name again?
Set Trip and Nails.
Set Trip and Nails. That means she does nails and everything.
She does nails. She's a nail boss. She's a guru. She's like a certified nail technician boss over there in Vegas. So look her up. Okay. Set_trippin_nails. Okay. That's Misti. She's supposed to be here today, but she's gonna come back next week because you know shit happens. Like I said, you know, I wanted to ask her a couple of questions regarding customer service, right? Being an entrepreneur and setting price rules and regulations, and how she goes about setting her prices, right? You know what I mean? Because some people will lowball themselves because they don't think that they're good enough. You understand what I'm saying? So how, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Joe, do you understand what I'm saying? So next week we can ask her all that stuff. I want to know about the chemicals because I get my nails. I've been getting my nails done for 20 plus 20 plus years. And acrylic and all this stuff that I put on my nails every 2 weeks, you know this shit ain't good. And this has been consistent. So, I mean, she's not a medical doctor. So maybe I should ask the medical doctor that.
But
I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I'll ask her.
but is it Misti that does your nails every 2 weeks?
No. Misti's over in Vegas. She's the boss out there in Vegas.
Okay.
Mm.
So when you get your nails done, how much do it cost for you to get your nails done every 2 weeks?
Definitely with tip, $100.
$100?
Last 2 weeks before, it was more than 100 because I got some fancy stuff on my nails. And I've been going to the same place for the entire time, about 20 years. So they know me. So when I told them last week, 2 weeks ago, I told Chris what I wanted her to do. She was shocked. Shocked. I'm the girl with one color only, and it's going to be either a light pinkish color, sometimes a hot pink color, a dark color for the fall, right? There's wicked dark, there's wicked, your standards. Girls out there who get your nails done, or guys out there who get your nails done, your standard colors, right, for the different seasons. Your girl went rainbow 2 weeks ago. So that cost over 100 with tip.
Okay, so
It's all good. My girls work hard. Amy, she does my toes.
okay, so my question to you, right? When they charge that much, was it like they were worth that, or do you think they were worth more?
They're worth the price they charge. The prices have gone up because of COVID,
Absolutely.
and I am willing to pay the increase in charge because I love these girls. These girls have been a part of my life for 20 years. So absolutely, and they provide a service for me.
Okay.
So $100 every 2 weeks to get these claws done and my toes. It's all good, right?
Now, if you was the person that was doing nails, right? How much do you think you would be worth?
That's hard work. That is hard work. Okay, first of all, not only just the work, it's the manual labor. Dealing with people, person to person, is fucked up on all levels. Okay, especially when you're providing a service to people, because then people think that you work for them. Which I mean, but you don't. It's a teammate, It's a service. So I don't know what I would charge. I would charge probably what the going rate is for whatever service it is. I think it's fair.
Because see, the thing is, you're going to ask a question about becoming an entrepreneur. And how do you come about making your price range and your charging, right? And my answer to that is you ask for what you think you're worth.
I agree.
If you only think you're worth about $5, and that's all you're going to get. But if you think you're worth about $500, and that's what you're worth, then that's what they're going to pay because that's what you're worth.
And those who don't can go fuck off, right?
That's it.
But I agree with that.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you, because sometimes people be lowballing their own selves because they don't think that they work.
Exactly. So that's my point, right? So you think that would be the right answer that someone would say. You set your prices for however much you think you're worth because I'm this and that and the other and blah, blah, blah. But some people don't think of themselves in that light. Some people actually really think of themselves low. And it's sad.
The only way that you should think that you're low is if you're on a come up, basically. Let's say like
the only way you should think that you're low
is on a come up. I'm gonna explain that because it do sound fun. Yeah. You got to absolutely.
I agree.
That's exactly what I meant by that. That's like Joe, a photographer. Let's say he just, you know what? I feel like getting in photography. What's going to make him better is getting gigs. So what he would do to charge less than what everybody else is doing because he's getting his practice on at the same time. As he gets better and then become more professional, then he builds clientele. Then his
Right.
price
So
is going to
that's
come
not
up.
lowballing though.
No,
If
but it is
you're a
in the beginning.
novice, but if you're a novice, you can't charge expert prices.
Yeah,
Right?
if you're not,
I mean,
absolutely.
you can, and if your work doesn't speak for the expert prices, then you have some explaining to do.
But that's where,
Right? So
yeah.
when you're a novice, you know what I'm saying? If you're an expert and you charge novice prices, that could also be, that is what is lowballing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When you start feeling, you know you work that, then you will reach for those prices. But when you're uncomfortable with the job, sometimes you do look for yourself because you only take it what you think that's reasonable for the job you provide.
Right. I understand completely what you're saying. You call that lowball. I call that you charge what your experience level is. You know what I'm saying? If you're a novice and you're charging novice prices, you know what I'm saying? That to me is not lowballing. If you're an expert and you know you're an expert and you're low charging whatever below asking,
Well, sometimes, no, but yeah, but sometimes you got those people that are experts, right? That might work with you for what you're able to afford.
That's lovely.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like necessarily lowballing. It's like, yo, you know what? I understand you want this, you want the best possible work, and you can only afford this. I'm going to do this for you for this, because what's going to happen is that they're going to talk about him. They're going to reach out. Everybody's going to see it. Going to bring them more clientele than what he did with the one thing. So it can work out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's
So
always
that's
gonna
what that
work
is.
out. Absolutely.
But when you owning a business and you going out there and
Not a
owning a business,
business,
yeah, a
a
business,
business.
yeah.
Because there's difference between a business and a business. A business is more serious. Proceed.
And my business wasn't serious.
I said business. Right, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to give the people the definition. There's a difference between business and business. You said business, and business is more serious. So explain to the people this serious business.
I like the way she did that. That was funny. I like
That's
that.
what I was saying.
Okay, listen. It's like this. When you go out there and you're doing something that you love to do, right? And you want to make it lucrative for you, do your research. Meaning, go ahead and see what other people are charging, right? And make sure when you start off that way. But if you're a beginner, like a novice and stuff like that, work the way you pay. You know, get your skill level up first. Start off helping people, whatever, and you get your skill level up. And then when you get your confidence and skill level up, yo, they gotta pay like that way.
Facts. Pay like you weigh. I really like that saying. Pay like you weigh. There he goes in the screen. There he goes in the screen.
Yeah, my son.
Tiny in the screen.
Yeah, my son just told me. I had to ask him, did he eat anything? Because he didn't eat nothing all day.
Oh.
And he responded, he ate, but his stomach hurt now. So he's going through it.
Okay, well we're sending light to your son. So yeah, so Censor the Nails is going to be on next week. Listen, do you know what's going on with this whole Johnny Depp thing, the trial?
Yeah,
I don't pay much attention to it, but apparently it's a really big deal.
it's all right. I believe he's taking his wife, his ex-wife, to court for defamation of character. She claimed that he was very abusive, beating her up and everything like that, or whatever the case may be, very violent towards her. And because of that, he lost out on the movie franchise that he was a part of.
Okay.
They fired him from what was the Pirates of the Caribbean, I believe.
Oh yeah, he was the Pirate of the Caribbean.
Right, Caribbean, that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they did is they fired him off of that. And because they fired him off of that, he lost. Crazy news. Crazy news.
Right. Now he's suing her
For the millions that
for
he lost, and because it's for defamation of character. Because the things that she say he did, he's saying that he
he
didn't.
didn't do.
So that's what's
Okay.
going on right now.
Well, guess what? So apparently Ellen Barkin, she's an actress. You guys have seen her before.
Uh-huh.
She testified in this trial today. Is this a trial?
Yes, it's a trial.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, it's a trial.
It's been going on for a couple of months now.
So guess what? So according to the New York Post, this headline is as follows. Ellen Barkin says jealous Johnny Depp threw a wine bottle at her. A jealous and constantly high Johnny Depp once threw a wine bottle at Ellen Barkin in Las Vegas.
Did he hit her?
I don't know why he threw the bottle.
I'm asking, did he hit her though?
That was a quote. That's what Ellen said. I was reading. The quote is, I don't know why he threw the bottle. The Bronx, oh, she's from the Bronx. The Bronx-born actress said she had a romantic relationship with Depp in the 1990s and then asked the lawyer deposing her, can you change that to sexual as opposed to romantic? Okay. She said, quote, can you change that to sexual? Facts, right?
That's who?
This is like, listen, let's just keep it what it was, right? So she said that Depp launched the bottle while fighting with others in a Las Vegas hotel room, but could not recall who else was present. Barkin, 68, said the two slept together about 3 to 4 times a week for 5 months in 1994. She describes Depp as a jealous man and controlling. Here's another quote. I had a scratch on my back that once got him very angry because he insisted it came from me having sex with a person who wasn't him. Anyway.
I don't even got no comment on that. I don't even got no comment on that.
Well, she also said that Depp was, quote, drunk all the time and, quote, in an out of control way. She witnessed him doing cocaine and hallucinogens, as well as smoking weed. Here's another quote. He was always drinking and smoking a joint. So then what the fuck, man? Does that mean that you were too? But you know what? She was being deposed, right? So she was being asked these questions,
Right.
and these were her answers, right? Because right now, the way I'm reading this article is just like she's just blabbing, to New York Post when this is not exactly what it is. This is a deposition in court, and they're asking her these questions. So, I mean, that's what she's saying. She's saying that Johnny is abusive, he's a drunk, he's yada, 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 yada. Personally, the fucks I give is up to the level of 0.
True, me too.
This is just what slid across my desk as soon as I open up the New York Post. I also want to just say real quick, rest in peace to those that were slaughtered in Buffalo, New York. Shit is getting out of control. It's been out of control. And I don't know what I don't know. So for those who don't know, on May 14th, a mass shooting occurred in Buffalo, New York, at a Tops Friendly supermarket store in the Kingsley neighborhood on the eastern side of the city. Okay, 10 people were murdered and 3 others were injured. 11 of the victims were Black. Okay, this is a racially motivated attack, racially motivated terrorist attack against the Black community and the community of Kingsley, okay, but especially the Black community. The shooter, the murderer, okay, the racist, the white supremacist, live streaming the attack on Twitch, which is an app, which is a streaming service on the internet. Okay. The accused is identified as 18-year-old Peyton S. Gendron. Okay. And he was actually taken into custody alive, with not a fucking scratch on. He's been charged for first-degree murder. Supposedly, he wrote a manifesto describing himself as a white supremacist and voicing support for the far right, quote, great replacement conspiracy theory. Don't know what the fuck that is, don't even care about it, giving no fucks. The attack has been described as an act of domestic terrorism, and the incident has been investigated as racially motivated. Well, we already know that it's racially motivated, okay? This happened around 2:30 p.m. He entered the supermarket wearing body armor, a military-grade helmet. He was carrying a modified XM15 rifle, and a head-mounted camera through which he live streamed his attack on Twitch. Okay. In his car, he had a Savage Arms Axis XP hunting rifle and a Mossberg 500 shotgun. As he approached the scene, he was recorded on his live stream saying, quote, just got to go for it. At 2:31 p.m., Buffalo police received a call reporting shots fired at the store at the first responding officers, and firefighters arrived a minute later, okay, 1 minute later, and reported bodies lying outside the building at 2:34 p.m. A dispatcher started informing responding officers of an active shooting situation at the store. The shooter shot 4 people in the parking lot, murdering 3. He then entered the store, shooting 8 more people and murdering 6 of those. The shooter, according to law enforcement sources, yelled racial slurs during the incident. Many employees and customers used the store's cartons to stop bullets. Many employees were in the break room, hide from the shooter, and barricaded the door with a heavy desk to stop the shooter. Other customers were hidden by employees in milk cooler sections, and the alleged shooter shot the coolers and attempted to hit those hiding with the milk cartons out of the bullets. At some point, an armed security guard from Buffalo Police Department officer Aaron Salter Jr. shot at him. Okay. Due to the shooter's body armor, the murderer's assassinator's body armor. Okay. Salter's bullet did not stop him. The shooter returned fire at Salter, who was also murdered. At another point, the assassin aimed his gun at a white person cowering behind a checkout counter, but apologized and did not shoot. At 2:36, by 2:36 p.m., the shooter had gone to the front of the building where patrol officers were able to talk him into dropping his gun after he reportedly aimed it at his neck. After his arrest, the suspect made disturbing statements regarding his and state of mind. The victim, right? This is what this is really about. 13 people, 11 of them black. 11. 2 of them were white. Were shot fatally. The oldest was 86 and the youngest was 20. 4 victims were employees of the store, including Salter, who was murdered and died on the scene. The other 3 survived. All 10 who were murdered were black. As of May 15th, 2 of the injured remain hospitalized at Erie County Medical Center in stable condition. The accused murderer, right? He's identified as Peyton S. Gendron, and he is an 18-year-old white supremacist male. Police said that he is not from Buffalo, and that he had traveled for 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours to the supermarket from his hometown of Conklin, about 200 miles away. 3.5 hours. How many minutes is that? That's 210. That's 210 minutes for you to think to turn your fucking ass around. John graduated from Susquehanna Valley High School. I was previously, I don't give a fuck.
Thank you. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Don't give no more.
I don't give a fuck.
I feel so many different kinds of ways about this whole particular thing. First off, the innocent people that's just going shopping just to buy food to feed their families, that wouldn't even harm you or even try to harm you. It's the people you taught. You was dressed up for war. You wanted to fight in a war, then go join the army or something and go overseas and fight in a war. Then I see the sign, Black Lives Matter out there. I felt the kind of way about that too.
Okay.
Now, the reason I felt the kind of way about that too is between January and now, over 200 Black youth between the ages of 15 and 22 was murdered by gunfire by their own people. Where is Black Lives Matter at then? Yeah, we can make this.
Are you asking me that question?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying in general. Where was all the people walking for them then?
Right. Okay. So, I don't know, but what is important to me now is that 10 of my brothers, Black brothers and sisters, are murdered at the hands of that white 18-year-old.
You see what you just said?
That's the issue at hand right
No,
now.
but see what you just said. That's the issue at hand right now.
That's what I'm talking about right now.
I know that, but that's the issue at hand right now. That's
I'm
the
not
problem.
speaking about the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm speaking about these 10 people that were murdered for the simple fact that they were Black, shopping, living their lives by a white 18-year-old. White 18-year-old.
Question: how long was the program of training? Like, how long was the training for the 18 and a half?
Very long time.
He's been training since he was
10 years old.
There's many of them out there waiting.
I mean, the idea, like you said, Tiny, that you are going shopping on, when was it, a Sunday morning?
Minding your own business.
And you get gunned down, murdered, is horrendous to me. So this Gendron Payton, you have a lot coming to you.
You don't got a lot coming to him. They're gonna lock him up in the jail cell. There's gonna be some Aryan Nation people up there that's gonna surround him and accommodate him and say, "Yo, you did a great job." They're gonna have them at security, like, to make sure nothing happened to him. He's going, all right, yeah, you know what I mean? That's where it's gonna happen.
Okay.
He gets up in there, he's gonna have that white supremacy around him.
Okay,
like
so
that.
you're saying you're agreeing with me that he's going to be charged and convicted.
Oh, he's definitely gonna get convicted.
And
He's
go to
definitely
jail.
gonna get convicted, but the punishment is not gonna fit the crime.
Okay.
The punishment that should fit the crime.
We have seen this
Yeah.
time and time and time and time again.
Yeah.
Right?
The punishment that will fit the crime is don't lock him up with his own kind. You lock him up with the very people he hate. That's going to rape him every single day for the rest of his life. You don't give that man no kind of death penalty, nothing. It's not going to bring your family back. The most suffering thing he needs to be is be with the people he hated the most around them every single day.
Like they walk in there like fresh meat, boy.
That's it.
Meat, fresh tender meat.
Ew.
That's the punishment. That was somebody.
Tender.
Yo,
Not the tender meat.
yo, listen.
Does that really happen?
Yeah.
Does that really happen?
Yep.
Really? They're like surrounded.
Like fresh, yeah.
Wow, y'all.
Fresh meat.
But
Ew.
that would be punishment enough. Put him right next to
I
the
agree.
people he really hate the most. You got to think, man. That was somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, somebody's father, somebody. You know, come on. They minding their own business. They would never ever have the way to harm you. If you were that militant and that serious about what you wanted to do, why didn't you go to the projects where somebody was going to shoot back?
Not go to the projects. What about sign up for the fucking army?
Absolutely. No, but he didn't go to the area. He didn't go to the area where there were going to be some dudes out there.
Right.
that do
Get
that.
static.
What he did, he went to an area, the nicest, calmest, safest area you can go into,
Right.
and killed innocent,
Right.
unarmed
Right.
people.
Right. It's not like he went into the lion's den. He went over
Yeah.
into the lamb pasture
Absolutely.
and slaughtered these people.
Nah, he
You're
went, yeah,
100% right.
come on,
He
man.
did not go into the lion's den. He chose to go into the lamb pasture.
Which is a supermarket.
Yeah.
Right. Unassuming, not going to get any static there.
And he
You know?
really didn't. If it wasn't for that one security
Right.
guard that did what he had to do, but he did it to save people.
Unfortunately, he was murdered
Yeah,
along
he
with
gave
everyone
his
else.
life for other people.
Wow.
Come on, man. That dude right there, the world is sick, yo. Because you want to know what? That happened, there's somebody else there cheering that happened and gearing up to do the same thing.
Right. Which brings me to my next question, Tiny. How do we now go about our normal lives? How do we then? Because I'm not gonna lie to you and say that when I went to Target 2 days ago, this didn't run through my head. I'm not gonna tell you that it didn't, because it did. Right? So that's a little bit of trauma on me. So if it happened to me, it's happening to everyone else. Everyone else. So how do we move forward?
I don't even have an answer to that. Because the craziest thing is you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know where it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You just know it's going to be some fucking coward that's going to shoot innocent, unarmed people. Then, of course, they said the way he did it was like he was playing the game of Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. Live streaming on Twitch?
Yeah.
Live streaming on Twitch
Yeah.
at the time. How the fuck? How the fuck does that even happen?
No, you want to know the worst part? The amount of people that was watching. How could you watch that? Somebody wanted to show me the video. I said, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. There's actual video out there.
Like, if somebody actually, you got people that's showing. Think about it.
God. Imagine, I'm sure there's literally full video out there. I'm sure there's full video out there.
Yeah. They showing videos and everything. And why would you want to watch that? I'm saying, people, have you seen enough? Like, why would you want to watch innocent people getting slaughtered? We talking about somebody's mother. The way you got to look at that like that's your mother. You got to look at that. That's your mom standing right there, and your mom's getting killed, minding her own business, buying groceries, food for you. That's how you got to look at it. Don't look at it just another black person. That's everybody's mother who's happened to be black. Come on now. That's just sick. Why would you want to see that? Even you as a black person, why would you want to see that? That shit don't count. That shit make me think you more crazy than he is to want to even see that. Niggas is crazy out there. I'm sorry. Like I said, I feel so many different ways about that whole situation.
So here's the thing, right? Like you said, Tiny, this shit can pop off anywhere, anywhere at any time. You just gotta hold our heads, right?
Absolutely, and be aware of what's going on. But you can't do nothing if you don't have a gun. You see the 911 lady get fired, right? You saw that, right?
What happened?
Well, one of the girls hid in the bathroom and called 911.
Mm-hmm.
He was whispering, talking about there's a guy in there killed. She thought it was a prank and hung up the phone. Yeah, why you whispering? Why you whispering? She's whispering because she didn't want the gunman to find her. And she hung up the phone. They said she got fired. I think she really got terminated for that.
Well, that is very wow. This is multi-level. This is going to echo through generations. It just is. So I'm sending, so much love to the folks of
Buffalo. Yeah.
I do not have the names.
Oh, they got the names up there somewhere. All you gotta do is say the names of the victims of Buffalo. Okay. It's coming up. They all up there too, the ages and everything.
Yeah. Who are the victims? Yeah. So I've got the names right here. Oh gosh. So we have here Catherine Massey. She retired 5 years ago from Blue Cross Blue Shield. She's been a Buffalo resident her whole life. Catherine, she was 72. She wrote for the newspaper. Who else? Sorry. I thought I had the list here, but either way, it's sad. Our hearts and our prayers go out. Oh, here they are. So there was Mr. Salter, right, who was the retired Buffalo police officer, who doubled as the security guard for the supermarket, who first shot at the terrorist. The terrorist returned fire and murdered him. Along with Mr. Salter, there was Celestine Cheney, 65, of Buffalo, Roberta A. Drury, 32, of Buffalo, Andre McNeil, 53, of Auburn, New York, Catherine Massey, 72, of Buffalo, Margus D. Morrison, 52, of Buffalo, Hayward Patterson, 67, of Buffalo, Geraldine Talley, 62, of Buffalo, Ruth Whitfield, 86, of Buffalo, and Pearl Young, 77, of Buffalo.
Did you get the 32-year-old?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The 32-year-old was Roberta A. Drury, of Buffalo. The people who were wounded included Christopher Braden, 55, of Lackawanna, New York, Zaire Goodman, 20, of Buffalo, and Jennifer Warrington, 50, of Tonawanda, New York. Very, very, very sad. But, oof. All right. So before we get out of here, I got some good news to share with you.
Okay.
So I have been on a search, right, to find out who I am. And as Black people, we are descendants of slaves, right? And unfortunately, if you're a descendant of a slave, of an enslaved person, right? Slave is kind of like, gives the notion that kind of, you have the option. But when you're an enslaved person, like we were stolen in Africa, it hits a little different. So anyway, so as the ancestor of an enslaved person stolen from Africa, I don't have the luxury, like let's say someone who is Italian American or Irish American or Chinese American, to know exactly where my people come from. Until now, I have gotten the test from AfricanAncestry.com. This is not an ad, but if you want it to be, call me. And AfricanAncestry.com, what they do is, specifically, it's a Black female-owned company, Black doctor. I'm going to pull up the website, Ancestry.com. So it's for people of African descent, right, like me, who want to know where their people come from. I got the test where I'm going to find the whole gamut. I'm going to tell you exactly what it. So it's a family package, right? Reclaim your family's history. It's a matriclan and patriclan test, meaning you find out from both sides of your family, your mom's side and your dad's side, where exactly in Africa you come from, the country, and narrow down to the exact tribe where people are from. So I will be taking the matriclan test, and I'm going to have my dad take the patriclan test because I would need a male descendant of mine to get my father's side, obviously. So I'm super excited for that. So that I can come here and say that my people are from Wakanda, and I'm from the tribe of fucking goddess, magical beautifulness, right? That's my tribe. Let's see. I'm thinking my tribe, we like to dance. We like to sing. We are entrepreneurs. I'm interested to find out. What are your plans famous for?
I'm Native Indian.
Ah.
I'm from the tribe.
The Wamba tribe.
Yeah. That's what my grandmother was. Full-blooded Indian.
I love that.
Coming from the Wamba tribe. That's what I found out.
Do you see the pride in knowing that? I come from the Wamba tribe.
Yeah. I never heard of the Wamba tribe.
Me either. I love it. I love it.
I heard of the Cherokee.
Of course, the big famous one.
But they broke it down to me. It's definitely the Wamba tribe. So
I love it. You see that sense of pride? That's what I'm looking to accomplish with this test from AfricanAncestry.com. So anyway, so hopefully soon I'll have some results for you guys. That's it. We're gonna get out of here. They can hear this music, so I'm gonna play a song from my computer.
all right.
And I really love this song. It's called Free Mind by Thames. Remember, lead with love. Don't be a fucking dickhead. I'll see you next week. Peace.
Well, I guess.
Oh yeah, with our guest.
I said 5 in the morning, I wake up to 5 for my eyes. Fear in my mind is a warning. Pray to the one you're relying. I've been wandering all day. I tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. I tried to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind it runs. All these thoughts are troubling me. Fighting through need to free my now. I really need my now. I need to free my mind now. I really need ya now. I need to free my now. I really need my now. Oh, yeah. This is the peace that you cannot buy. Send me a love that you cannot mix. One is the joy that you cannot waste. And the